All right, so they come in, you sell them your thing for $197. And then if they buy it, you literally can bump them to another page that says, hey, you got the $197 thing. You want to just go ahead and buy the whole enchilada right now? The whole 6-week course. It's like statistically proven if you go farther out in 6 weeks, people they feel overwhelmed and it's too long for them. So you want to keep it 6 weeks and shorter because it's too much for people. But you want to go ahead and get the whole enchilada, my 6-week course right now. You do something called the offer stack. You say you're going to get this, and you're going to get this, and you're going to get this, and you're going to get this. And normally it would be $12,000. Would you agree that all that, even if that right there changed your life in this way, would that be worth $12,000? You go, yeah. As soon as you agree, then they go, we're going to get it all today for one easy payment of $997 today. That's where you throw a webinar and you bring people into a webinar and you do this whole hour-long webinar and you show them all this cool stuff and you get to the point where you sell them and close them and you just keep selling and selling and more people keep signing up. Okay, so, but you can literally keep going right off that first order cart as soon as they come to your funnel and sell them all the way up to $997. If they say no, you bump them to a downsell, which is a $97 monthly membership or something. You just keep bouncing them around until they say, okay, no, I'm good. I'll come back here. But this email sequence, now you got their fucking email with love and you keep warming them up and you keep giving them good contact. Hey, I just put on a new podcast. Now you internally got them on their cell phone, on their email, and they don't want to unsubscribe because they like you and they like your stuff and they did subscribe, but you're not overselling them. But now, if you get 5,000 emails going, and when your quarterly launch is coming to launch your whole enchilada program with the group coaching I was talking about, now you take all that and you start funneling that into one big launch where it's circling the center, and so all the people that are coming in, now you're letting them know that's like the nucleus, the big launch. So you set out a series of 14 emails, the countdown, tonight at midnight. There's many different ways to do this, but what I'm saying is, it started out with an idea. You're like, we could do this amazing thing. Remember I talked about the New York Times bestselling authors who make it an Oprah and the Today Show, but they're broke? Because they got a whole bunch of initial sales. This is like the microphone or the broadcast or the TV. And they made a whole bunch of initial money, but it didn't go anywhere. They had a bucket with a bunch of holes in it. And it's just, okay, bye. It was like a one-hit wonder, right? So before you ever go on a big radio show or a podcast or Oprah Winfrey or the Today Show or anything or a big internet show at all, you better have your shit together and have this whole fucking thing. When you put the ball in the top and it bounces all the things and the tickets come out the bottom? You better have a way when you send them to your website, you're not sending them to a website. You're sending them to an opt-in page where they can put their email in or leave. So you want to get as many emails as you possibly can. When those people all go to get your book, you better be collecting all of their data. So anytime, that's all you're doing. You're collecting data, building a relationship with these people and marketing your stuff to them and getting them on a continuity program where you're charging their credit card every single month, month after month after month after month, like Netflix. When you do that, and then you now you're selling your one-off products here. You're selling these at $997. And so you sell 5 or 6 a month of those. You're making $5,000 a month off that. But over here on this side, you've got your monthly subscriber members that are part of your monthly coaching group that they're paying $97 a month, right? Now you're going to have an attrition rate. People are going to fall off. But if you get your marketing right and you're giving them good stuff, like for instance, to keep your attrition rate low, at the end of your monthly coaching call, you say, guys, and next month or next week, you are going to love what we're going to talk about. Not only are we going to be coaching and talking about this topic, we've got Dr. So-and-so from this academy who's written this book. They're going to come and share, and I'm going to give you a little cliffhanger, so you want to get them hooked. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're like, well, fuck, I can't unsubscribe because now my foot's already into the next week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're okay, bye. No. You want a cliffhanger into the next thing. That's I have my average student stay 4 months in my monthly program. Some of them stay for like a year and a half. But I say in my training videos and in next month, because I release them every month. I have a monthly academy that people sign up for. There was about 100 people in there at once, and now there's like 40 because I haven't really been pushing it. But still, I've been making residual income for like 4 years off this, and I say next month we're going to talk about this one. So don't unsubscribe, because they don't want to. They feel like they're part of something. Now they feel like they're part of a community who finally understands them. They don't want to leave. People want to be part of something, right? So you're building in your members, and say you got 10 members at $97 a month. You got $1,000 a month coming in. You can get that thing up to 30, 40 members at $97. You're making $4,000 a month. I got a buddy right now who's got 130 members and then $97 a month. So he's making $13,000 a month in his membership site. Now you have residual income. That's how you build wealth, is through continuity. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you build up your memberships profile, now you're not only selling to the new people coming in, but you're getting these people. So you have the best of both worlds. You got one-time offers coming in, and now you have your pad, which is, okay, I've got residual income now. And how that works, now you start building your own circle, your own community. You start becoming the guru to these people. And I don't mean it like that. I'm just talking marketing talk. Like, you have to really, really actually care about them, where you're, maybe the biggest thing, I was going to say maybe to the point where you're bleeding for them, but the biggest thing that you learn is you are not responsible for your students' results. You're responsible for the teaching them, getting all the tools and everything they can, but at that line, they're 100% responsible for their results. So if they go fall off the edge of a cliff because of their own doings, you can't hold that baggage, because that'll drag you down and you become too in depth. There has to be boundaries there, right? So, and then if you do monthly coaching, there's an amazing book called Coactive Coaching. It teaches you how to coach people and all that stuff. There's so much stuff. You would love Christian Michaelson, dude. This dude's energy, I gotta show you. I bought his course. It's fucking awesome. He's making about $1 million a month off this shit. And at first glance, you're like, this dude isn't even talking about anything. What is he doing? It's his way of being. He's a man, but he has a feminine energy. And a lot of his audience is women. And so I'm like, you know what, dude, I've seen this guy enough. I'm gonna buy his program. I bought his cheap $97 entry-level program, and I sat there and I watched the thing. And dude, just by the guy talking and him, he's literally untying knots inside of you and making you become free. He is somebody who just walks in flow, and there's no sense of separation. The dude's got a mansion with a Maserati outside. He bought a mansion next door to his mansion and turned it into his whole video studio. And he holds huge workshops there where people come out and pay $2,000 a piece, and it's packed. And he video records the whole thing live and sells the video recordings for $1,000. So that's the type of stuff when you get in flow. But anyways, so I was saying, just to wrap all this up, you might have a great idea and you can be in flow, which is, you could call that feminine flow, or there's masculine flow, but that energetic feeling where you're just in flow. But you have to come down into the density of technology in the world and all the gears, and build an assembly line, Henry Ford, an assembly line that actually builds the whole machine on the back end of the business to make it all work. So once the back end of the business is automated, like Russell Brunson said, he had 30 people working on all this crazy shit, and he was spending $100,000 a month or something. Once ClickFunnels came out, or Kajabi, and when they were able to build all this stuff out, now he has 2 or 3 or 4 employees. A graphic design person, someone working on the podcast, and something else, like a project manager. But because of the power of automation, building all this, if you have a plan and you stick to the plan and you do it, it's not too bad, but you can get stuck in a lot of roadblocks and knots, because every single thing I talked about here is a whole nother study and 2-hour talk in and of itself, down to, and I think the fastest track to get all this work and monetize is instantly go from here at the end of your free content. You got to build all this, even if it's a crappy opt-in page that says, hey, give me your email address and I'll give you a free 30-minute meditation, and then it sends them to an email that says, thank you so much, I'll talk to you when I talk to you. You have to do something. That was my biggest regret when I started my internet business, is I kept lagging because I wanted it to be this cool thing, and I could have just put up a simple, stupid page that said, hey, give me your email and I'll give you a free video. I'd probably have 20,000 emails right now just by people just gravitating to it and putting their name and email in. Does it make sense? Yeah, so get that started as soon as possible. Even if it's crappy and there's holes in the bucket, at least put the buckets there so they can collect something. You have to do that, trust me. But how you do that, how you make money immediately is in your free content in your podcast, in the middle and the end of every single podcast, you insert a commercial where you say, hey, I hope you're enjoying the podcast, and if you like it, go to MikeSoandSo.com, and then you can get on the schedule and you can get a personal one-on-one coaching session with me, one-on-one for 1 hour, you and I do coaching on Sundays and Mondays, and I'm full with students right now, so we're always booked about a couple weeks out, but hey, if you got something that's going on, I'll coach you personally. We also offer monthly coaching packages. Okay, back to the show. Boom. And at the end of the show, remember, go to MikeSoandSo.com to get your free 30-minute coaching session or something. Christian Michaelson has a program called Free Sessions That Sell, because the number one problem with coaches, the number one complaint of being a coach is people are very smart. They're manipulative. They'll get you on the phone and they find a way to emotionally try to get you to become their friend so that they can extract the information they need to make them feel good. Then they shit can you and they get off the phone and they never give you any money. So his Free Sessions That Sell is an entire script technology that he's created so you can sell them, at least $197. A coaches make an average of $250 an hour. That's on the low end. Up to $700 an hour, then you can literally the top in the world about $10,000 an hour. Top $50,000 an hour, which is like Brendan Burchard. He charges $50,000 for 1 hour coaching. But you can become a high performance coach, a certified high performance coach. It's about $6,000. You go to Brendan Burchard's event in Phoenix, Arizona, and they teach you everything, the whole technology, and you get it. And now it's a proven model. There's all different types of stuff like that. But the fastest way is to get directly into coaching and sell it. You can do like $197 for a 1 hour coaching session, or $1,250 for the month. It's 4 1 hour phone calls, 2 emergency calls, and text message or email support. Does that make sense? So when I sell my coaching, I do 4 1 hour phone calls. We talk on the phone once a week, every Monday night. You get 2 emergency calls and text message support. So people have literally messaged me, Keith, I'm like, oh, dude, can I please use one of my emergency calls? I'm going through a really hard time right now. He's paid me. He's cool. He's got it. I'll be like, all right, dude, I could tell you wouldn't be calling me and using your emergency call. I said, okay, you can give me about an hour. Can you give me an hour? Okay, I get something wrapped up. What's going on, Bob? Bob's in Minnesota. Oh, Keith, man, dude, I'm stressed out. My business is going crazy. Like, my employees did this and this and that, and I think my wife wants to divorce me because, dude, I'm freaking out. I took on too much and blah, blah, blah. Just breathe, Bob. Everything's going to be okay. So how are you feeling? What's going on? And let them talk it all out, right? And then give them a breathing exercise. Get them into a state of, it's funny how when you could be the coach and you're freaking out and you're in anxiety, but then you can coach somebody. It's just, coaches need coaches, right? But you can get them into a state of complete resourcefulness. By the time they get off the phone with you, they feel completely in control. They're not attached to the outcome. They see things clearly. You give them a toolbox to eventually free them from you, so now they can do it themselves. And now they're like, oh, I'm so glad I talked to you. You're the only person that understands. Dude, thank you so much. I can't wait to our call next Monday. And dude, I actually been thinking, can I pay you a credit card right now? I got to buy a whole another month. They get addicted to you, where you become their go-to person, and now they're addicted. Now, how far you want to take that is between you and your morality. You obviously want to free them from you, but it's okay if they want more and more and more and more coaching. You could build up. If you can start to expand the top as you dissolve the bottom, and you have enough people requesting your coaching because you're messaging right, you can have about 10 clients that are paying you $1,000 a month each. That's not even a big deal. 10 clients, and you're making $10,000 a month. You can get rid of all your low-paying clients that were, and at 10 clients, you have 10 phone calls a week. If you do it just at 3 days a week, you do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 phone calls on Thursday, 3 evening phone calls on Friday, 4 on Saturday, and then you're done for the week. You make $10,000 a month. And what you do is, in the middle of the week, maybe if you see something that remind you of them, or a great article, you can screenshot or share it and email it to, hey, Bob, I saw this article that really related to what, I saw that we were talking about, and I really thought you'd get some value from this. Looking forward to our Saturday night call. So that's how you can build a coaching model that gets you money coming in now while you're building your empire. Does it make sense?
Yes.
That's your fastest path to cash in this thing, is getting paid to talk on the phone. Now, when you do coaching, you have to eat right, you have to drink tea, you have to hydrate, you have to meditate, you have to rest in between, and pull all the strings out and detach and cleanse, because coaching is fucking exhausting. I've been doing coaching for 4 years now, and I did it a little bit more in the past, and people go through my online link and they buy and they pay through, they go on Calendly and they get on my schedule, and then I coach people. Some people, yeah, it's awesome, and it's a really great practice. But yeah, that's that. So anyways, you got this great idea. You have to build all this on the back end so you can further monetize and then build growth and sustainability and reinvest. And then don't diversify until you've got your couple core products. And then the final thing I'm going to say, my dog ripped this up. I'll just make a little spot, and then I'll be done with this, and then I'll give you your stuff, Gabriel. You got your core product, which could be, I don't know, let's just say it's $997, right? And the core product, you could also have a live event. Let's say tickets are $497. I don't know, just pick. But here, you got your mid-tier product for $497. You got your product for $297. Then you got your tripwire offer. You got a $97, and then you can do one for like $47. Just like a pyramid. Free content at the bottom. So everybody gets it for free. Your podcast, your videos, your blurbs, your quotes, all that stuff. They get in, they get on your email list here, and now they're on their email list, and then now they're in your circle, and then they buy something for $47, $97, $297, $497, $997, live event, and then the highest level of the pinnacle is getting to you personally. Your time is so valuable that if you get caught up doing all the coaching, now you trap yourself working for money. So this is the burning the candle at both ends and why people get stuck in this business. But you can make really good money. And the only way to get out of that is you have to keep raising your pricing on coaching more and more and more and more, so you have less and less and less clients. But your personal time is the most valuable. So you want to have, just like that, the live event is up here, and then you have quarterly live events. You have your free content, and then people work their way up that or down deeper and deeper and deeper into your funnel. And the longer that you play the game is the more you can build. Then you can get to the point. Final thing I'll tell you: if you have a big enough audience, I can prove this to you right now. I swear on everything. I would not make this up, and it's not. It's just, if I went right now and I took out my phone and I typed out a really well-written email with a fire sale or a flash sale, and I say I needed money, right? I say, Keith messed up on his taxes. Jeff Walker talks about this, and it really worked. I messed up on my taxes. I'm going to give you my $2,000 program. I'm $34,000 short, and I'm going to literally give it away for $499. This is going to be open for 48 hours, this cart. Whoever doesn't get it, it'll never happen again. I promise you, but